Hi everyone, in this tutorial I'm going to be teaching you how to sew this kind of wedding dress that you are currently seeing on your screen. I've been uploading this wedding dress series and this is the part 3. In part 1 I spoke about how to cut the upper part of this wedding dress. If you want to see that part 1 and you've not seen it, the link to it is currently showing up, and in case you miss it up, it will also be down in the description box. In the part 2 I spoke about how to cut the lower part of this dress, which is the mermaid part of this wedding dress, and if you want to see that part 2, the link to it is currently showing up as well. And in case you miss the link up, you can always check the description box down. The link to it will be in the description box. Now this is the part 3. In the part 1 of this video I spoke about all the measurements you need to measure on whoever you are sewing this dress for. All of that is in part 1. It's a very detailed tutorial on how to cut this wedding dress, and the part 2 is well detailed as well. I would recommend that you check them out, the part 1 and the part 2. Like I said, the link to them is down in the description box. Now this is the part 3, and in this part 3 is the final part of this wedding dress series, and in this part 3 I'm going to be teaching you how to sew. So the first thing I did was to join the back panel. This is the back panel that I'm joining. I joined the back panel. You know, each side of the back panel has 3 sides, like each side has 3 parts. So when I was done joining the back panel, I joined the front panel as well. I took it back to my table and then I measured my shoulder and I retrimmed the armhole. You know, after joining the bustier, I rechecked the bust and the waist to be sure that everything is on track, and the next I did was to bask the waistline. Like I said in the part 1 and part 2 of this video, this dress has a bask waistline, and for the front it is basked to the middle, but for the back it is basked to the side. I hope that makes sense. For the front, the middle is longer than the sides, but for the back, the sides are longer than the front. So what I did was to use the half length on the side. For the front, our half length is 16, so I measured the 16 and then I bask it to the middle for the front, and that's it for the front. And for the back, what I did was just to measure the half length at the middle. The half length is 16, so at the center back I used 16, and at the side I left it as it is. So that was why I could not bask the front and back at the same time, like together, because the front is basking to the middle and the back is basking to the side. So after doing this, I brought the lower part of the dress. Definitely you have to bask this lower part of the dress as well, so that, you know, everything can come out perfect. So I placed the front panel on the front panel of the mermaid parts of the wedding dress, and then I traced out the bask waistline. I did the same thing for the back. This is what the front is currently looking like at this point before stitching the 2 panels together. I mean the upper panel and the lower panel. So I pinned the middle together, so that when I get to my sewing machine I just start sewing straight. This is the back panel. I also traced out the bask waistline. I placed the upper part on the lower part of the dress and I trimmed it out. In case this is the first video of mine that you are seeing, my name is Oluwatosin and you're welcome to my channel. To all my returning subscribers, you're also welcome. In case you are new here, do not forget to subscribe, and when you subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified next time I upload a new tutorial on this channel. So you can see that I left the zip allowance because the zip is starting from the waistline to the zip length. For this dress there won't be zip at the upper part. So the next I did was to attach the loop on the upper part of the dress, because zip won't be there, it's just this loop. And for this loop I did this method. You can as well get the loop at the market and just sew it straight. Like, it doesn't have to be one the way I'm doing it. In fact, this one that I'm doing is more stressful. They sell this loop at the market that you can just buy and attach on your dress directly. It doesn't come one like this, it comes in straight line, but I used this because I have this at home. So what I did was to, after attaching the loop one by one on the back of the dress, you know, I'm attaching it to the net part, and you know that this net is very fragile. If you are not careful, you might start tearing when it's time to button the dress. So what I did was to stitch that part very well. I did not just attach it, I folded it and stitched it so that it will be very firm. Like that side of the dress is thicker like I folded it. I don't know if my explanation is clear. Unlike the other side where I'll be fixing the button, this particular side you can see me turning and stitching so that it will be very very firm, so that they won't pull it and then the net will start tearing or the loop will start coming out. So this is what it's looking like. You can see that this side where the loop is thicker than the other side. So after this, the other side where the button will be, I piped it as well. This is just to make it's firm as well, so that when they put the button and they are trying to button the dress, the button is not falling off. Remember that I replaced that part with net. It's net that is there and it's very very fragile, so that was why I had to pipe and stitch very well. So the next I did was to join the upper part of the dress to the lower part of the dress. And when I was done doing this, I stitched down the part where the zip would not be extended to, and then I proceeded to fixing my zip. After fixing my zip, I joined the shoulder line. While you are joining the shoulder line, don't forget to slant your shoulder line very very well. And after joining the shoulder line, the next is to shape. If at this point you are still with me and you've not subscribed, please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you will be notified next time I upload a new tutorial on this channel. So to shape, I love to start my shaping from the back because the zip just automatically helps me to know the middle of my dress. So I started by dividing a measurement by 4, starting from the center back. In fact, I had to deduct 3 inches from a measurement because this fabric is very stretchy. But if you are using a fabric that is not stretchy, you don't have to deduct. So I deducted 3 inches from all our measurement before dividing by 4. So our bust, our waist, our hip, I divided by 4 and then I shaped it. After doing this, I flipped it to the other side, and now I'll be dividing the measurement by 2, no longer by 4 like I did earlier. And then our bust divided by 2, our waist, our hip divided by 2, and then I shaped it. The next I did was to notch the middle of my sleeve, and I fixed the sleeve inside the armhole. Before you fix the sleeve, please cross check the armhole very well. Be sure that the armhole is the person's armhole, is not big and is not small. And cross check the shoulder very well. Be sure that it's not too wide and is not small before you put your sleeve into the armhole. And that is it for how to cut and sew the stylish and beautiful wedding dress. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being with me from beginning till this point. If you have any question, please ask me down in the comment section. I also made a video on the essential materials you need to buy to sew a wedding dress like this. The link to that video will also be down in the description box. Then this wedding dress has an inner that is not sewn together with the dress. As you can see, it has an inner that is skin color. I also made a video on how I was able to sew that inner. That video is the one I'll upload after this one, so watch out for that video. Once I upload it, the link to it will be down in the description box. Then for this cathedral veil that you are seeing on the wedding dress, I made it as well, and I made a detailed video on how I was able to make that cathedral veil. Is a very simple video, but it's well detailed. If you don't know how to make that cathedral veil, please go and watch that video. All these videos that I spoke about that are attached to this tutorial, if you're interested in watching them, just click on these boxes that are currently showing on your screen, or the link to them will be down in the description box. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next tutorial. Bye.